Hi everyone, today we are going to be taking a look at how you can get the best out of the Planner 5D app by looking through some of the pros and cons over the 5 platforms one can use Planner 5D on. Stick around to the end, I assure you that you will pick up something new here today, no matter how long you've been using this awesome app. But before we get into it, as always, if you are new here, then please make sure to smash that big subscribe button and please like and share. I'm going to be bringing videos weekly your way and you wouldn't want to miss out on any of them. Let's jump straight into it. So yes, there is currently 5 platforms that we can use Planner 5D on. And what's really great about that for me is that, well, for starters, Planner 5D is cloud-based, and for me that greatly improves my workflow. I can work and access any of my projects on any platform, from any compatible device, and really from anywhere in the world with an internet connection, and that's really awesome. Most of the new features that gets released by Planner 5D comes to the web version first. So let's start there and then we can dive in to see how you will find new items. If you have not used Planner 5D's web version before, then simply head over to your browser and search for Planner 5D. Once you have gotten onto the portal, you will arrive here. I've made it a daily habit of mine to first check the news section. So let's head over to a project and check it out. We do that by selecting My Projects and then select any one of your projects that you have created, or simply select New Project if you haven't done this before. Once we are there, you will find the New section on the left hand side of your screen's toolbar. You will find the latest items that Planner 5D has added to their 3D catalog, and here you will see how they will have added quite a few items themed around Halloween that's coming up soon. They take special requests into considerations, so don't be shy to send in your suggestion. On to the highlight and shift option that is only available on the web version currently. Now this is something that I'm sure so many users would love. Grouping objects and moving them around simultaneously on Planner 5D would reduce the workload tremendously and save a lot of time. But let me just mention that some work still needs to be done on the web version regarding this feature. To group objects together, we simply hold down Shift on our keyboard and then using the mouse to highlight the objects we want to move simultaneously. The only drawback currently is that grouped items cannot be rotated simultaneously, and neither can it be duplicated as a group. I actually stumbled across this when I've seen Princess Aya from the IU Architecture explaining it in one of her videos. So thanks Princess Aya, we appreciate that. She has a great channel and has been bringing content for years to so many people, so go check her out if you haven't already. Setting favorites. This feature in the web version can also greatly improve your workflow and save you time. If you are accustomed to using certain items in the catalog, simply select the object you want to set as a favorite and then select the heart icon. The object you selected then becomes much more easily accessible, as the heart icon where your favorites are stored is right here on the left hand side of your screen, just like the news section. Simply select the heart icon again if you want to remove the object from your favorites. This feature is not yet available on the iOS, Android or Mac platforms as far as I know, or at least it's not available on any of my devices. Here you can see in this example of the chair how many different options are actually available, and to find the one that you use most often means scrolling through all of them every time. I find this feature especially helpful when it comes to cornices, as there are quite a few to choose from, which is difficult to see with a naked eye. Onto dimensions. This feature has been recently added on the web version and is especially great for me as it eliminates the need to use a different app, which is super. If there are no dimensions on your screen while using the web version, then simply select the settings icon and again select the toggle switch. Now you will see the dimensions on your screen for the outer and inner wall as in this project. Planner 5D also regularly interacts with the users via video calls or trials for users that opts in to test some of their new, soon to be released features. One of the recent ones that I personally done was a new feature in a questionnaire format that took me through the process on how to convert 2Ds to CAD-like drawings, and that will be coming soon. Moving items below the ground. If you're a new user, you'd think, why on earth would you want to move items below the ground? I assure you though, that you would appreciate this feature even more if you only used iOS while designing on Planner 5D currently. Due to us not being able to shrink or enlarge a lot of objects without distorting them when designing or needing things out of the norm, we end up with unwanted parts being visible, and this feature helps to avoid that. Take the door example that you are seeing right now. In the country I live in, for example, we don't have a door sill between internal rooms, and some of the door designs that I would like to use unfortunately has the sill attached, and there is no switch currently to remove the door sill, only to open and close it. This is where this feature comes in very handy, as I can simply adjust the levitation of the object to a negative, which then removes the unwanted door sill. Now onto the final feature that we'll be covering for the web version, auto lights and night mode rendering. Now I've added a few more objects onto the scene here from the new section that we went through earlier. Let's switch over to 3D by selecting this toggle switch. Selecting the camera icon on the top here, and when your cam is in position, you will then come across these two unchecked boxes that allows you to render your designs to a photorealistic image without having to manually place lights or render night scenes. Once you have checked the auto light box, hit save. This goes very quickly here because there are very few items in this design, and if your rendering process is taking longer than 20 minutes, then contact Planner 5D as it shouldn't. There is another way which I will be covering when it comes to night mode rendering in the second part of this tutorial, so be sure to tune in for that. Placing lights can be very time consuming, and this feature will definitely help you out. Voila! Next, we are going to look through the Windows version, which I have already installed on my PC, as you can see here. To install the Windows version, simply search download Planner 5D Windows version, and the option should come up from Planner 5D's official website. Now the interface is a little bit different, but not unfamiliar. Going into one of our projects though, we will not find the new icon as the web version on the left side of our screen here. The feature to set certain 3D objects as favorite is available though, which is great. This leaves the window and the web version as the only two platforms that has this feature, bar Mac that we're going to talk about soon. Heading over to the settings icon on the top, we will not find the dimensions feature with the web version either. When we switch over to 3D and select the door, we will see the levitation option, but it does not allow us to set items below the ground as in the web version. Finally, when it comes to taking a snapshot, also known as rendering, we will be pleased to find that the auto lighting and night mode rendering features is available on the web version now. So yes, between the Windows and web version, there is some differences, but the web version will definitely take the edge over the current Windows version as it has a few more features. I would say though that for the more complex projects, you may find yourself a bit frustrated with both web and Windows platforms, as both use quite a lot of resources that can slow down your computer. And then the last platform we will be covering on part 1 of this 2-part tutorial is on the Mac operating system. Now, I wish that I could have told you a bit more on the Mac operating system, but I can't, as I'm currently not using it, and I have never. I thought though that if any Mac users watching this can add value to others, then please do pop it in the comments below. Thank you. In the next video, we will be going through the popular Android and iOS platforms, so make sure to tune in for that. If you have found this video helpful, make sure to check the big subscribe button, and if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.